What's up guys, my name is Michael, you are watching IDB, and I'm really excited for this video because iOS 27 has officially been leaked. Now this was first reported by Bloomberg, and I have extracted some of the images from this article, and in this video I will be showing you actual screenshots of what iOS 27 is going to look like. One of the biggest focuses of iOS 27 is going to be overhauling Siri. So right now in iOS 26, this is what the Siri animation looks like, and I'm really happy to report that this glowing rainbow is officially going to be gone in iOS 27. So let's just go ahead and jump in right now. This is the first screenshot. So the new Siri interface is going to be coming out of the dynamic island on the top of your iPhone, finally. This was a design element that Apple added a long time ago, I believe in 2022 or 2023, and they didn't really use it for very much system user interface stuff. But now Siri is actually going to come directly out of the island. What's really exciting is there actually is going to be a new way to invoke Siri. So before in iOS 26, you could trigger it by saying, "Hey Siri," or you could press and hold the side button on your iPhone. But now in iOS 27, there's going to be a totally new way to invoke it, and that is going to be swiping down on the island at the top of the phone. So on the top right is going to be Control Center, the top left is going to be Notifications, and the top middle is going to be Siri. So that's going to be a little bit confusing for a lot of people, but I think you are going to get the hang of it pretty quickly. Also, this is what the Type to Siri interface looks like. So it now lives at the top out of the island. I don't know if this was done by tapping on the Siri interface or like it is now by double tapping on the home bar. But this is the new UI for Type to Siri. There's also going to be a new Siri application, which is really exciting. So for me, it's going to take a lot to get me off of ChatGPT, but if Siri is able to work with other AI, such as Gemini and ChatGPT, and maybe combine all of that intelligence into one Siri application, I think that would be really compelling. So you can see here, the UI, in my opinion, the UI actually looks a little bit nicer than ChatGPT. So when you open up the application, it's going to show you your most recent queries to Siri. And then obviously you can press on the plus button to have a new one. And I find this kind of funny because I recall an interview with an Apple executive a little while ago, and he said they don't want to make another chatbot. But it looks like this is exactly what Siri is turning into. And I guess the market just tends to decide what Apple is going to make, because everyone wants a chatbot nowadays. So even though that wasn't Apple's initial vision, I do think that is what Siri is going to turn into. And then here is what it's going to look like again when you're asking it something. Again, this looks pretty much almost identical to any other AI chatbot that you can find on the App Store. And the next feature that was revealed in this leak is Siri is making its first ever appearance in the Camera app. Personally, I don't know how to feel about this because I kind of like having my AI separated from my camera. When I'm taking a picture of something, I like to use the Camera app. But when I want to look something up using visual intelligence, I like to press and hold on the camera button on my iPhone and open visual intelligence. So now the fact that there's going to be a Siri mode in the camera, I don't really know how to feel about that, and honestly I might just be disabling that feature. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see how it actually works in the real world. However, something I am very excited for is now the ability to customize the Camera app. So Apple is going to be calling these widgets. So you can now add widgets to your Camera app, and you can completely customize how you want your Camera app to perform. So you can see here we have different widgets such as format, flash, live photo, night mode. You can set your exposure. You can turn on and off your timer and all of these options. So I think this is going to be very handy for people that have a specific camera mode that they use a lot. Because right now the Camera app in iOS 26, it's stuck like this. You can't change anything. If you want to access any of your controls, you have to swipe up into this menu and you can pick what you want from here. But in iOS 27, we're finally getting the option to add widgets, and they're going to live at the top of your Camera app just like this. All right, this is all pretty exciting, but we have two more features that we have to talk about which were revealed by these leaks. The first one is the keyboard is finally getting an update. Now, iOS 26 has been getting a lot of flack lately for how bad the autocorrect is on the keyboard. And it looks like Apple is going to be overhauling this because they are going to have a new AI-powered autocorrect system, it looks like. You can see here, this is what the menu is going to look like. So if the system is going to recommend you spell something differently, it's now going to have this menu where you can accept all suggestions to change that word, or you can also ignore it, or you can also pause checking the grammar. So again, I don't know how this is going to work in the real world. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But it is nice that Apple is focusing on this because, like I said, in iOS 26, the keyboard, for me personally, has just been terrible in terms of autocorrect. And then the final feature I'll show you is for photos. This one I am pretty excited for. So when you are editing a photo, Apple is introducing 2 new features that it looks like is powered by AI. The first one is called Extend. So it looks like Apple is going to allow you to actually extend the photo. I don't personally know how to feel about this because I recall Apple saying how they don't really want to change the actual image itself. They just want to be able to make small tweaks, and that's why they introduced the cleanup feature. But if you are extending an image, you are actually adding detail that was never there. The only way I can think Apple could be doing this is if you take a photo with the 1x camera, the system is also going to be taking an image with the 0.5 camera. And then if you use that extend feature, it's going to be able to draw info from this 0.5 lens, and then it can stitch together sort of an image between the 2 of them. So again, I guess we'll just have to wait and see how that works, but it is going to be nice that if you take a photo a little bit zoomed in, you will have the option to extend that. And the final feature here is called Reframe. I don't specifically know exactly how this is going to work, but I believe if you take a photo of something at an angle, the system is going to be able to use AI on the device to actually change the angle that it looks like you took the photo from. I don't personally know how I would use that in the real world. And I don't know if it's going to look good at all. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, but it is nice that Apple is now adding a few more AI features into the photo editing process. And also from the article that was talking about these leaks, they did say that Apple is working on a feature where you can edit your photos just using your voice. So when you're looking at a photo, you can tell Siri the exact edits that you want to make, such as crop into this photo or make it brighter or boost the shadows. So I think that is going to be very exciting. However, the article did say that that feature might not be coming upon the initial release of iOS 27. It might be coming later down the road, but that is going to be very exciting when it is available. So let me know in the comments what you think of this initial leak of iOS 27. I think it's nice that Apple is just adding a few small little features instead of changing the entire system again. I really hope Apple is focusing a lot on bug fixes and performance upgrades because for me, iOS 26 has been really, really buggy. So hopefully upon the final release of iOS 27, we get some nice new features, but we also get a lot more stability on the system. With all that said, my name is Michael. Thank you guys so much for watching this really quick video. I'll see you in the next one.